Welcome to the StyleCloud YouTube channel. I'm Melissa, one of the founders, and you'll hear my voice in many of our videos. Our channel is packed with tutorials and web design tips for photographers and other creative business owners, so don't forget to hit subscribe to hear all about our new videos. Let's talk about what you need to get started with building a WordPress website. If you're coming from a standalone self-contained platform like Wix or Squarespace or Showit, you'll be used to having everything taken care of by the company you are subscribing to. Now, in lots of ways that's very easy, but in terms of your long-term security of your website and your ability to control and own your own content, actually choosing WordPress is a really good option. But you do need to rent some space called web hosting for all of your WordPress files to live. I don't want you to get intimidated by this, because these days, just like WordPress, web hosting is a lot easier to use and understand. And most web hosts will signpost you to the fact that they offer optimized hosting for WordPress. So that's what you're looking for. One thing I would say is do steer away from anything called WordPress.com. So that is a kind of hosted online light version of self-hosted WordPress. You don't want that, just because it doesn't have as many features and it tends to be more for blogging. The confusing thing is WordPress.com, which is owned by the company which owns everything to do with WordPress. So they're a great company, but they also do offer things like domain hosting and web hosting. I find it easier to steer away from all of that. WordPress is a brilliant piece of software, but the bigger, more established hosting companies are a much better fit for you. Now, I've written a blog post with my preferences about web hosting, which I'll link to below this video, but you should make up your own mind and read reviews. But we have linked to some of our favorites, and in that article, you'll also find some tips for how to choose a WordPress host and what you're looking for. So that's web hosting, and please don't worry, in the next couple of modules, we'll be giving you a little tour of a typical web hosting dashboard and what you need to look for. You'll also, by the way, need to know how to access your domain settings generally. So wherever you bought your domain, it's a really good idea to go and track that down so that you know you've got access to it. Once you're organised with web hosting, you'll either need to take a copy of your existing WordPress site or create a new install ready to work on. Now, there are pros and cons for both, which we'll tackle in another module, but just know that you need to do one of those two things. You'll also need to install the free Kadence theme or the pro version. Again, that's something we can talk about, but certainly at the very least, the free Kadence theme and the free Blocks plugin by Kadence as well. That's all you're going to need to follow every single step in this set of trainings. And ideally, you'll have a StyleCloud connection. Now, we have a free cloud you can use to try it, though hopefully you've also got the full version, the paid version, so that you can use all of the fantastic tools and resources we have. And if you're coming completely new to WordPress, or you've had some reservations about it, or people have told you it's hard, I'd love you to come into this set of trainings with an open mind and just a little bit of patience. We're going to do our best to make you fall in love with WordPress and understand that these days it's a lot easier to use than you probably think it is.